Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're heading into the wild beauty of the American West with one very special coin, the 2007 Montana State Quarter Dollar. Now you may be thinking, Montana? A quarter from just a few years ago? How could that be worth anything more than 25 cents? But here's the thing, some quarters are not just spare change. Some hide valuable secrets that collectors all over the world are eager to get their hands on. And yes, a few rare examples of the 2007 Montana State Quarter have sold for shocking prices. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll find out how a simple quarter from Montana might be worth as much as a luxury car. Or more. Let's start with the story behind the coin. The Montana State Quarter was released in 2007 as part of the wildly popular 50 State Quarters program. The design on the reverse features a skull of a bison placed in front of Montana's mountainous landscape, an iconic symbol that reflects the rugged history and wildlife of the treasure state. Just above the image are the words "Big Sky Country," paying tribute to Montana's vast open land and beautiful scenery. On the obverse, like all state quarters, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington. But here's where things get really interesting. While millions of these quarters were struck and released into general circulation, a very small number contain rare minting errors. And these are the coins that collectors are hunting for. One of the most valuable types of Montana quarters is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, but the impressions are slightly misaligned. The result? A subtle but powerful doubling effect, often visible on the lettering or parts of the design, like Big Sky Country, the date, or even on the bison skull itself. If you notice letters that appear slightly shadowed or doubled, you might have one of these ultra-rare coins in your hand. Then, there are off-center strike errors, where the design is misaligned and part of it is cut off at the edges. These types of quarters are easy to spot and incredibly collectible, especially when the coin is still in great condition. Another valuable error is the clipped planchet, where a portion of the quarter is missing because the metal blank wasn't perfectly cut before it was struck. These misshapen coins are dramatic, rare, and always in demand among error collectors. And let's not forget about quarters that were struck on the wrong planchet, for example, on a blank meant for a penny or a foreign coin. These mismatches are some of the rarest kinds of mint errors and can result in astonishing values at auction. Of course, condition plays a huge role too. Even a Montana quarter without an obvious error can still be valuable if it's in mint state condition, especially if it's been professionally graded and certified by services like PCGS or NGC. Coins with grades of MS 67 and higher are extremely scarce, and when combined with a rare error, their value skyrockets. Collectors look for sharp, detailed designs, no visible scratches or wear, and strong strikes. And if a coin also displays proof-like qualities, like a mirror-like finish and frosted details, it becomes even more desirable. So, how can you tell if your Montana quarter is valuable? Start by closely examining both sides under good lighting. Look at the details of the bison skull, the mountain lines, and all the lettering. Any unusual doubling, off-center design, strange cuts, or metal anomalies might point to a rare error. If something looks off, don't toss it aside, get it checked by a professional grader. Now for the most exciting part, the value. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2007 Montana State Quarter with a rare mint error, such as a double die strike, off-center strike, wrong planchet, or clipped planchet, and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, your coin could be worth anywhere between $80,000 and $77,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that you could easily find in spare change, a vending machine, or a coin roll could be worth more than $70,000. That's the thrill of coin collecting. You never know when the next big discovery might show up in the most unexpected place. So take a moment to check your quarters, especially the ones from 2007. Examine them carefully. You might just be holding on to a piece of modern American history that's far more valuable than you ever imagined. Top 2, we're traveling to the sun-scorched deserts and stunning canyons of the American Southwest, because we're talking about one incredible coin, the 2008 Arizona State Quarter Dollar. Now, you may have seen this coin 100 times. Maybe it passed through your hands during a quick trip to the store. Maybe it's sitting quietly in a drawer, forgotten. But here's what you might not know. Some of these quarters are far from ordinary. A few extremely rare versions of the Arizona State Quarter are worth more than a brand new luxury car. Yes, you heard that right. So don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, you'll know what to look for and just how valuable this coin can really be. Let's start with a little background. The Arizona State Quarter was released in 2008 as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a program that became one of the most successful coin series in American history. Every coin in the series celebrated the unique culture, history, and landscape of a different U.S. state. Arizona's design is nothing short of stunning. On the reverse, it features the majestic Grand Canyon, one of the world's natural wonders, alongside a saguaro cactus, an iconic symbol of the Arizona desert. In front of this breathtaking scene is a ribbon that reads Grand Canyon State, along with the year of statehood, 1912. But while the design is beautiful, what makes some of these coins incredibly valuable has nothing to do with the artwork, and everything to do with mistakes. That's right, minting errors are where the real treasure lies. Now let's talk about the types of errors that turn this ordinary quarter into a rare gem. First up is the extra cactus error. Yes, this is real. Some 2008 Arizona quarters have what appears to be an extra leaf or spike near the bottom of the saguaro cactus that was never meant to be there. This mistake happened during the die creation process, and it's incredibly rare. When sharp-eyed collectors began noticing the unusual shape, word spread fast, and demand for these error coins skyrocketed. Next, we have the classic double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with a slightly misaligned die, causing some parts of the design or text, like Arizona, Grand Canyon State, or even the date, to appear doubled. These errors can be hard to spot with the naked eye, but under magnification, they become clear and very valuable. Then there's the off-center strike, one of the most visually striking and collectible errors. When the coin isn't lined up properly during the minting process, the design gets stamped off-center, creating a unique and unusual look. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes, especially if the date is still visible. Other valuable minting mistakes include clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is literally missing due to an error during blank cutting, and strikes on the wrong planchet, where the quarter design accidentally lands on a blank mint for a penny or dime. These types of coins are incredibly rare and instantly raise eyebrows in the collector world. But error coins aren't the only way your Arizona quarter might be worth a fortune. Let's talk about condition. A 2008 Arizona quarter in mint state condition, meaning it's never been used in circulation and shows no signs of wear, can already command attention from collectors. But if that same coin has been graded professionally, and especially if it earns a grade of MS 67 or higher, the value goes way up. Even more appealing are coins with proof-like qualities or special finishes that occurred by accident during the minting process. These coins have sharper details and an almost mirror-like surface, making them stand out even more in the eyes of collectors. So how can you tell if your Arizona quarter might be valuable? First, check for any visual oddities. Does the cactus look strange? Is anything doubled? Does the coin look off-center or have a strange shape? Second, look at the condition. Is it shiny, crisp, and free from scratches? And third, if something catches your eye or just seems unusual, don't ignore it. These coins are hiding in plain sight, and many people have no idea what they're holding. Now, here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. If you happen to find a 2008 Arizona State quarter that contains one of these rare minting errors, or is in nearly perfect uncirculated condition with special features, then you might just be holding a coin worth between $78,000 and $75,000. Yes, that's right. A simple quarter, one you might have gotten in change or found in your coin roll hunt, could be worth more than most people make in an entire year. All because of a small, accidental imperfection. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know when history, beauty, and human error will collide to create something truly priceless. So before you toss your change in a jar or spend it without a second thought, take a moment to look. Your next big discovery might be in your hand already. Top 3, we're diving deep into a coin that celebrates music, history, and American heritage, the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter Dollar. But don't let its humble 25-cent face value fool you, because some versions of this coin have become incredibly rare, and for a few lucky collectors, they've turned into a jackpot worth tens of thousands of dollars. So if you've got a few quarters lying around, especially one from 2002 with Louisiana written on it, you'll definitely want to stick around. This might just be the video that changes how you look at your pocket change forever. Let's start with the story behind this coin. In 2002, as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, Louisiana was honored with a design that beautifully tells the state's rich cultural and historical story. On the reverse side, you'll find a silhouette of the Louisiana Purchase territory overlaid with a pelican, the state bird, and a trumpet with musical notes flowing from it, a tribute to the state's deep connection with jazz, blues, and Creole music. The date of statehood, 1812, is also proudly displayed. It's a coin filled with meaning. But for collectors, the design is only the beginning. While millions of Louisiana quarters were struck and released into circulation, only a tiny number of these coins are now worth a fortune. Why? Because of something we call minting errors, and some of them are so rare. They've turned this common quarter into a high-value collectible. Let's take a look at the types of errors that make the 2002 Louisiana quarter so valuable. One of the most famous and sought after is the double die error. This happens during the minting process when a coin is struck more than once by misaligned dies. The result is a doubling effect that's often visible on the lettering, such as Louisiana Purchase, E Pluribus Unum, or even the musical notes. These doubled images can sometimes be hard to spot without magnification, but if you find one, you could be looking at a major payday. Another rare and valuable mistake is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned in the press, causing the image to appear partially shifted or missing. The more off-center the design, and the more visible the date and state name, the more valuable the coin becomes. These errors are easy to spot and highly desirable in the coin collecting world. There are also examples of the 2002 Louisiana quarter that were struck on the wrong planchet. That means the quarter design was mistakenly stamped on a metal blank meant for a different coin, like a penny or a dime. These errors are extremely rare and instantly attract attention at auctions. Let's not forget the clipped planchet error, where part of the coin's edge is missing due to a mistake during the blank cutting stage. While these may look like damage to an untrained eye, they're actually minting mistakes that increase a coin's value, sometimes significantly. But it's not just about errors. Even a Louisiana quarter without mistakes can be valuable if it's in perfect condition. Coins that have never been circulated, never touched by bare hands, and show no signs of wear are known as mint state coins. When graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, and given a high grade like MS 67 or higher, these coins become extremely collectible. And if your coin features sharply defined details, a flawless surface, and a brilliant luster, it might even qualify for premium categories like proof-like strike or full strike, making it even more valuable to high-end collectors. How can you know if your Louisiana quarter is special? First, examine the coin carefully. Look at the text and images under a magnifying glass. Are there any signs of doubling or misalignment? Is the coin perfectly round, or is part of it missing or oddly shaped? Next, assess the condition. Is it shiny, crisp, and unmarked? If anything about your coin seems unusual, take it seriously. It might be more than just spare change. Now comes the exciting part. You're probably wondering, if I have one of these rare Louisiana quarters, how much could it actually be worth? Well, here's the answer you've been waiting for. If your 2002 Louisiana state quarter features a significant minting error like a double die, off-center strike, or a wrong planchet, and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth anywhere between $76,000 and $73,000. That's right. A single quarter that most people would never think twice about could be worth a small fortune, just because of a small error or because it was preserved in near-perfect condition. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It's not just about money. It's about stories, history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. And who knows? That next amazing coin might be sitting in your change right now, waiting to be noticed. Top 4. We're about to uncover the secrets of a coin that might be hiding in plain sight. It's a coin that millions of people have seen and used without ever realizing its potential value. I'm talking about the 2007 Idaho State Quarter Dollar. Yes, the same quarter that may be sitting in your change jar, in your car cup holder, or forgotten in the bottom of a drawer. But what if I told you that this coin, in certain rare conditions, has been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars? That's right. By the end of this video, you'll understand what makes the Idaho quarter so special, what rare errors to look out for, and just how much it could be worth if you're lucky enough to have one of the rare varieties. Let's start with a little background. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program. This ambitious project, which ran from 1999 to 2008, produced a unique quarter for every state in the Union, and Idaho's design stood out in more ways than one dot on the reverse side of the coin. You'll find the graceful and powerful image of the peregrine falcon mid-flight, wings spread wide. It's one of nature's fastest creatures, capable of diving at speeds over 200 miles per hour. Just below the falcon is the outline of the state of Idaho, and the motto Esto Perpetua, which means let it be perpetual or may it last forever. It's a beautiful tribute to Idaho's natural beauty and strength, but as stunning as the design is, what really gets coin collectors excited isn't just the artwork, it's the mistakes, the minting errors, and the rare anomalies that slipped past the mint's quality control and into circulation. That's where the big value lies. Let's talk about the most exciting errors that make some of these Idaho quarters worth a small fortune. First, we have the double die error, a classic in the coin collecting world. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the same die, but the images are slightly misaligned. If you look closely, you might notice a shadowed or doubled appearance on the text, like Idaho, 2007, or the motto Esto Perpetua. These double details may seem minor, but to a collector, they're golden. Then there's the off-center strike. This is when the coin wasn't aligned properly in the press, causing the design to shift off to one side. The more off-center it is, and the more of the design that's still visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. These errors are dramatic, highly visible, and extremely collectible. Another rarity to watch for is the clipped planchet. That's when a piece of the coin is missing because the blank metal disc was improperly cut before being struck. If you find an Idaho quarter with a curved edge that looks like it's been clipped, don't dismiss it. That could be a mint error, and it could make the coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And then there are the wrong planchet strikes. These are ultra-rare and occur when the quarter's design is mistakenly stamped onto a blank mint for another denomination, like a penny or a dime. These coins are immediately recognizable by their strange size, weight, or color, and they're some of the most valuable error coins out there. Now here's something even more exciting. Even if your Idaho quarter doesn't have any errors, it might still be worth serious money if it's in exceptional condition. We're talking about coins that are in mint state, meaning they've never been circulated and show no signs of wear. Coins graded at MS 67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command very high prices from collectors who want only the best. Also, keep an eye out for coins with sharp details and a shiny, mirror-like finish. These are sometimes called proof-like coins, and they're far less common in general circulation. When combined with a rare error or an extremely high grade, that's when things get really exciting. So now the question is, how do you know if you have one of these valuable Idaho quarters? Start by examining your coin closely. Look for unusual shapes, strange markings, or any doubling in the letters or numbers. Compare your quarter to images online of known error coins. If anything looks off, or if your coin looks unusually flawless, it's worth getting it checked out by a professional grader. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The value reveal. If you're fortunate enough to discover a 2007 Idaho state quarter with a rare minting error such as a double die, an off-center strike, or a clipped or wrong planchet, and the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth anywhere between $74,000 and $70,000. Yes, that's right. A single quarter. A coin most people wouldn't think twice about. It could be worth more than a luxury vehicle, more than a year's salary, or even more than some small businesses earn in a year, all because of a rare mistake made at the U.S. Mint. This is the thrill of coin collecting. It's not just about history or design. It's about discovery, detail, and sometimes pure luck. So go check your change. Dig into that old drawer, look through your coin rolls, and take a second glance at that 2007 Idaho quarter. Because who knows? You might just be holding on to a piece of modern American treasure. Top 5. We're journeying into the mountainous heart of America with a coin that honors one of the most scenic states in the Union, the 2008 Colorado State Quarter Dollar. You might have seen this coin hundreds of times, maybe even spent one without a second thought. But listen carefully, because this isn't just any quarter. There's a fascinating story behind it, and some versions of this coin could be worth a small fortune. Enough to make you look twice at that spare change in your pocket. Let's explore why the Colorado quarter is capturing the imagination of collectors worldwide and what makes certain coins from this series so incredibly valuable. The 2008 Colorado State Quarter was part of the celebrated 50 State Quarters program, which brought a unique piece of American heritage to life on every 25-cent coin. The reverse side of the Colorado quarter features a majestic depiction of the Rocky Mountains, complete with snow-capped peaks, a cluster of evergreen trees, and a setting sun that symbolizes the state's breathtaking natural beauty. The word Colorado arches boldly above, with the year 2008 neatly placed below. This design perfectly captures the rugged spirit and outdoor wonder Colorado is known for. At first glance, this coin seems like an everyday piece of currency. But for coin collectors and enthusiasts, it's all about rarity, condition, and, most importantly, errors. Minting errors are a collector's dream because they turn ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. And the 2008 Colorado quarter has some rare errors that make it highly sought after. One of the most intriguing errors is the double die. Imagine the coin's lettering or design being struck twice, slightly offset, creating a shadow or doubling effect. On some Colorado quarters, you might notice this doubling on the mountain peaks, the word Colorado, or even the date. These subtle shifts can be difficult to spot without a magnifying glass, but when found, they skyrocket the coin's value. Another eye-catching rarity is the off-center strike error. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly centered during the stamping process, resulting in a design that's partially missing or pushed to one side. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Picture a quarter where part of the mountains or the sun is missing entirely. That's a coin collector's crave. Then there are the clipped planchets, coins where part of the edge is missing because the metal blank was incorrectly cut before striking. These errors can make coins look like they have a bite taken out of them. For collectors, a clipped planchet is a fascinating mistake that adds uniqueness and value. One of the rarest and most exciting mistakes involves coins being struck on the wrong planchet, meaning a quarter design appears on a metal blank intended for a different coin, like a penny or dime. These misstruck coins are extremely rare, instantly turning heads and boosting their worth exponentially. Even if your Colorado quarter doesn't feature an error, its value can still be impressive if it's in mint state conditions, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. Collectors prize coins graded highly by professional services like PCGS and NGC, especially those graded MS 67 or higher. These coins showcase sharp details, clean surfaces, and brilliant luster that make them stand out. So, how do you know if your 2008 Colorado quarter might be worth something special? First, take a close look at the coin with a magnifying glass. Check the lettering and details of the mountains for any doubling or odd shadows. Look at the edges for any unusual clipping or missing sections. If the design looks shifted or incomplete, you might have an off-center strike error. And if the coin's metal looks different or lighter, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. If anything looks unusual or especially pristine, it's definitely worth having the coin professionally graded and evaluated. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, what is the value of these rare Colorado quarters? If you have a 2008 Colorado State quarter with notable minting errors, like a double die, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or an exceptionally high-grade uncirculated specimen, it could be worth anywhere between $74,000 and $70,000. Yes, a single quarter, potentially worth tens of thousands of dollars because of a minting mistake or pristine condition. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when an ordinary piece of change might turn out to be an extraordinary find. So keep your eyes peeled and your coins close.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel to get more information about rare coins.